Cancer, the moon is in, well, she's at home now, Cancer. She's back in our sign, and she's wanting you to feel at home in yourself, to check in to see how you're doing. This is a great time for getting in touch with your emotions, but stay tuned to figure out how to work with these energies, Cancer. But before we jump into that, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just it's just so supportive, Cancer. And it keeps us growing. Nurturers of the Zodiac. And for those of you who are new, welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and just know that whenever you come across this video, you're in sync with the moon, and she loves that. And also for those of you who are new, this is for people who have Cancer in your placement. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Saturn, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot cards based on our ruler here, the good old moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going to avoid. Of course, there's all of those lunar shenanigans, and there are plenty of them, Cancer. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force reading in a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, I was debating if I was going to jump straight into it or not. Let's jump into it. You know, Cancer, I always figure you appreciate these little behind the scenes, these little why I do what I do. Cancer, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great angel around here, Cancer. And Cancer, so actually a lot going on here. Well, that'll be going on over these next couple of days. But first, happy Venus Day. Venus is associated with Fridays. This is a great day to treat yourself, Cancer. Self-care, all the max. Empress plus Queen of Cups, and just mix that energy up. But this is a great day for if you want to maybe go out on a date, Cancer. This could be great for scheduling that. This is a great day for getting finances in order. This might be payday. Maybe you're planning on getting yourself something nice, kind of dazzle your appearance, sharpen that ascendant up, that rising. Or this could be where, again, maybe you're looking into different investment plans, something along those lines. But Venus days, too, are a great time for, I feel, taking in the beauty around you as well, whether this be in nature, or maybe this could be going to a museum possibly, or this could be even just surrounding yourself maybe with some lovely music, or this could be painting some things, just really getting into that Venusian energy. Go look at the sunset, Cancer. Go stare up at the sky and go paint it while you're at it too. Maybe write some poetry about it. Those are very great ways, I feel, to work with Venus energy, and especially with her still being in Gemini, depending on when you're watching this, is this could be, speaking of, great time for enjoying conversations as well there, Cancer. Just kind of being in the flow, and just love a good Venus day. But also, Cancer, before we jump into this thing, I feel this is going to be a great, how do I want to talk about this? Yeah, let me talk about because we had a planet that's moving. We have Mars that's going to be entering into Taurus, and this is going to be happening on the 8th. So while we're in this moon in Cancer, while we're today, pay attention to how you're feeling as this energy shifts. Because when we're moving from Mars, or when Mars is moving from Aries into Taurus, and this is going to be happening on the 8th at 9:35 p.m., and that'll be Pacific time. But when Mars is coming from his home sign in Aries into Taurus, the energy does slow down a little bit. A lot of it compared to Aries. And this gives us a chance to, one, kind of look at where we're putting our energies into. Is this going to be something that's sustainable from the place that we're working at, to look at the things that you find yourself, the earthly attachments that you find yourself to. Taurus can be one where we're receptive, but also where we can overindulge a little bit. So that's something where I feel like you want to look into as well, and see how that provides you this is a thing providing you this inner peace when we're thinking about Taurus. But also, again, too, this is a great time for just slowing down the energy, really being present, doing things that can get you grounded, whether this could be just stopping for a moment and taking a deep breath, just really being just okay, then just have a nice little energetic just restart, a nice internal cleansing there every now and again. Make it a point to do something like that, or go put your head up against a tree, Cancer, or go put your feet in some water, go put your feet on the ground in some water, whatever this. Go in your backyard and go barefoot, let the sun bask in you, but really just take in. I feel Mars in Taurus can be one where it can be a very peaceful energy, but it can be a very productive one as well. Taurus isn't just lazing about. Taurus is a builder too. This can be where you can really get focused on something, where you're feeling really tenacious, and so really kind of feel where you want to invest in. Because let's talk about our lovely guardian now, the moon. That's enough about Mars. But with the moon, depending when you're watching this, is going to be entering on the 7th, and she'll be entering into Cancer at about 5:40 a.m. And she's in a waxing crescent phase now. And this is where the energies are starting to build, Cancer. I feel like this is where the intentions start to take form, what you want to focus on during this new lunar cycle. And hopefully you enjoyed the new moon that happened here, Cancer. These, for me personally, these new moons moons in Gemini, and that's usually when my lunar return is, have been a bit of a tricky one here as of late. I'm still trying to get down to the root of that. But I mean, I've been going between like 8th house and 2nd house stuff for a while, so that's a whole other thing. But hopefully that was a time where you had a chance to really kind of put your questions in and really kind of be receptive to where you want to focus on, or where you're trying to go this lunar cycle. And this could be where you may be getting an idea and you're starting to get into that planning phase, and you're seeing like, maybe this is something that I may want to put off to the next lunar cycle, to maybe when we find it, have more time in Cancer, possibly. Maybe you're wanting to solidify something that you were working on for in the previous lunar cycle. Make sure that's working down, or, kind of strengthen maybe an existing type of something here. But the waxing crescent phase is just a time for you to get self-assured, build up self-confidence, and with it being in Cancer, or with her being in Cancer, thank you, herself. Oh, love that. Absolutely. But with her being in Cancer, this is a great time for one, kind of journeying within yourself. Just really kind of see how you're doing. Cancer, really kind of feel what it is that you need. Where it is that maybe an area that's been neglected, that could use a little bit of that Cancerian nurturing energy, that compassionate, healing, patient energy that we have. This can be where, if you're not quite sure where your energies or your guides or wherever that's looking at are trying to lead you, Cancer energy is very creative, because we have that access to the ebb and flow of these emotions. So this could be where, if you have maybe a certain song that's been in your head, or maybe even your own little melody that's been going through, really kind of tune in to see what emotions are coming up behind that. There might be some valuable answers, because as to where you're maybe wanting to go. Or this could be in writing, or this could be, and pay attention to where your moon sign is. That could be where you can find a lot of answers, depending on where your Cancer placements are at. But for me, with my moon being in Gemini, when I'm trying to understand some things and get down to the bottom of stuff, writing is a big one for me that's really been helping. That I make it a point to journal every day. For example, with this waxing crescent, I've been experimenting with an hour after I wake up and an hour before I go to bed. I don't have any technology. It's just me, and maybe I'll do some reading. I'll do some, just get some chores done around the home space. But that's something that I've been experimenting with, kind of controlling the stimuli that's going on, so that I have a time to hear what's more going on within. Because I know that personally, with a moon in Gemini, I can take in a lot of stimuli and just like go, and like just consume so much. And so it's like nice to just really kind of decompress and get my thoughts down in order. So maybe if you have a moon in Aries, you could be doing this while you're walking or while you're working out, maybe doing a kickboxing class. Your moon's in in Cancer, this could be where maybe maybe you're doing some sort of creative endeavor, or just maybe doing some things around the home space. Possibly they're just getting your stuff in order. However, that's doing some kind of nurturing activity, some cooking, some whatever, tending to your pets. Or Virgo energy, this could be where you're doing some sort of just getting things in some sort of organization, tending to your health, possibly, looking to where maybe we can be of help to others, possibly. But that's how we can. The whole point with this, I feel, the moon being at home, is just really kind of tuning into your needs. And again, with Mars moving into Taurus, you have more of a chance to really kind of, I feel, really kind of feel what's going on within you, Cancer. So as things evolve throughout this lunar cycle, but especially during today, this could be a really great indicator of where you're wanting to go to next. Now, we have the last thing I want to cover here before we get into the reading is the void of course energy. And that's going to be happening on Sunday, the 9th of June. And that's going to be from 12:05 p.m. to 12:28. So a pretty short one there. Now, the void of course is when the moon forms her final aspect with the celestial body, and then she just kind of roams the void. This is where I like to think that this last energy, the last chapter, if you're thinking about in a book, this is the last chapter of Cancer, and then before we get ready to go on to the other one, it's like you finish that chapter, you close the book, and it's like, what did I take away from that? It's just like you really kind of, the energy's becoming it's like becoming a memory, and this is a great time for self-reflection during within, not really doing anything, not really great for starting stuff up, but really better for closing things out. So something to really kind of think about there. And when we think about the void, of course, the final aspect that she formed really kind of flavors the tone of that. And this is a really lovely one because she was forming a trine with Neptune. Now, trines are when the planets are 120 degrees apart, and they're usually in like elements, so like water, between water signs, air signs, earth signs, fire signs. And the trine indicates motion, and I feel when it happens, when the moon and Neptune are in conversation, when we're really kind of tuned, it's a lot of feeling energy that's going on, a lot of sensitive, being receptive to what's going down. And that's where I feel like you can find a lot of for whatever answers you're looking for. If you're looking for a direction, possibly, if you're looking for whatever it is that you're trying to grow, this could be where you could feel that connection with those higher energies. Like, okay, this is where I feel my path is leading me. This is where my instincts are taking me. This is where my gut is, my intuition, whatever this feeling is. This is where it seems like the energies are trying to guide you. So again, while the moon is in this Cancerian energy, really allow yourself to just kind of pay attention to what's going in. Be compassionate to yourself if you're maybe having some troubles, maybe if things have been a little hectic, you haven't had a chance to really kind of sit with yourself. Again, just finding even those couple of minutes to just breathe, just kind of can really just be a powerful tool when you're going throughout your day. So, just any sort of mindful breaths, even if you can kind of hold that in for a little bit, do that, that box breathing, I think that's what it's called. So just something to think about there, Cancer. Now, and last little thing there, Cancer, if you, just so this isn't a gender specific reading, but let's get into your general energy of the day, because I want to talk about this, Cancer, because you got the good fortune card here, and I love that. Especially when we're talking about the moon being in Cancer, because this is a very emotional time for the soul tribe, but for, Cancerian energy in general. You could see it's where, again, the moon is most receptive, and she's at home, so she's allowed to feel however she wants to feel when she's at home. And so, but I feel that in that, when you allow yourself that kind of personal space to just be within you, to kind of detach from others for a little bit, because this is, I feel like, is a quieter time, when we look at where like the water signs kind of fall into our house placements. Like mine, for example, where Cancer it starts in the 12th house. So this is a more kind of introspective time for me when I'm thinking about what are some areas that I've been kind of struggling with, where can I let go with that. And then when we get into Leo, then it's just like all right, now here's what I learned from that. Let's give this another go. So, but there is a lot of richness that can come and good fortune that could come from allowing yourself that time to just be, to just kind of, to quiet out some of the, again, this moon in Cancer can be one with all this Gemini energy we're in right now. Make it a more conscious effort to kind of unplug for a little bit. Take those spaces for you. Even unplug from people. Just allow yourself to just kind of be for yourself. Just kind of make sure that your cup is all the way full, so that then when you're feeling in this good fortune, when you're feeling in that abundance, you're feeling ready to spread that energy around. It's more received here. It's a very interesting way I feel, and I also feel, Cancer, if you've been feeling, let's say, more tougher energies when I'm thinking about this, maybe we're not feeling this abundance or this good fortune, or there's just been in a challenge right now. This could be where, how can we, sometimes when we get in those kind of heavier feelings, it can help to step outside of yourself and really kind of look around there and just kind of let's just take stock of all the great things, just something to kind of break up the cycles. Not to say that we're ignoring things that are coming on and masking it, but it's just to, like, if we're going to have a negative thought, we have to combat it with the positive, just to keep the balance. Otherwise, it's just going to throw you out of whack, and it's a harder time to get up. Like, you hear that sirens. So, but let's get some tarot on this, Cancer, and get some more details on your fortune. Oh, we were talking about you, girl. What's good? The lovely Queen of Cups here, Cancer. Hold on. So see, we're doubling down on that self-care. Oh, is that hubby? All right, hold on here, Cancer. Thank you, higher self. A lot of strong emotional energy here, because you have some strong intuitives, the King and Queen of Cups here with the Seven of Swords, Cancer, and they're upright. And then you have the Eight of Wands, and then the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, in reverse. Now, with the King and Queen of Cups being here, I feel that if you feel like with the Eight of Wands, if you like the energy hasn't been flowing, like there hasn't been good fortune that's been going on, I feel that the Seven of Swords, it's not necessarily, because the Seven of Swords can be this card of trickery, lying, but I almost feel like it's almost like a certain thought, possibly, is what I'm getting, or I may need to get a little bit more with the Seven of Swords, but it's like maybe something that you've only seen only one way of doing something here, Cancer, and there's a need to maybe kind of sit with something here, sit through, interesting, through these emotions that may be coming up here for you, especially if they've been these tougher ones here, because I feel that something is not entirely true, where sure, you may be in a really tough time, but there's it's something that they never last forever. It always let me get some, because I almost feel like the Seven of Swords is giving me this, like, that energy of like nothing will ever change. You know, where you get kind of emotionally stuck in a rut. And the King and Queen of Cups here is like trying to, something I've been thinking about when we get in those ruts, maybe when we're telling ourselves that nothing would change, or like, you know, those kind of those negative, not even pep talks, those the negative matches that we may get in with ourselves from time to time. I feel like, would you tell, I feel like the King and Queen of Cups, you know, if she was beating herself up, it's like, would she give the same advice, like what she's telling herself? Would she tell the King of Cups that? You know, as something, as a way of how to get through a problem here. And I feel like it's like the Seven of Swords is seeing something in a different type of way, coming at it from a, let me get some tarot on this, Cancer. Okay. Thank you, higher self. Interesting. So the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Wands upright here. And with the Knight of Wands, I feel that I almost feel like because the knights to me are like the fixed signs. This would be Leo for me. And there's this something there with the fixed signs where they do have that tenacity, they have that staying power. I feel there's something here with the Ten of Swords that we're carrying almost with this Knight of Wands here. That's something that's been a hurt that's been maybe defining you. That's been getting in the flow. This Eight of Wands of your good fortune here, of seeing a way to readjust the needle here. And this could be where maybe if you're, because this, oh, and I didn't even think to mention that with the Cancer. This could be where if you're having some emotions that are coming up, the Moon in Cancer can be a great time for vulnerability, to be in a space where you can have these kind of heartfelt conversations about maybe what's going on with you. Maybe someone else can show you where maybe you've been telling yourself these things like you're not good enough, or that you can't accomplish these things, or that, you know, that things will never change. And it may not be something that you believe in that moment, even when a King or Queen of Cups comes with that nurturing energy. But you know, that can be a way where you can look at good fortune too, that even when you're feeling kind of blah and kind of meh, that there are people who can be there, who will appreciate that they're Cancer, who can, because they know how you can be there for others when the roles are reversed. So that's another form of fortune too. Fortune comes in many forms here, you know, and I love that how we've gotten all the energy but the pentacles, you know, and let's get a little bit more on this, Cancer. And you know, when I'm looking at this Ten of Swords, it's got this long winding trail here that's leading to the top, and they got to go through these different challenges along the way. And I feel like it's like as you're healing and growing through whatever it is that you may be going through, especially if we're not feeling this good fortune with this energy here, it's like, yeah, sometimes the path can seem really long, but know that there is, I'm just getting like that there is an end to this. All right, Cancer. So let's see what else is going on here. All right, Cancer. So you have small little reversal storm here. So you have the Three of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Seven of Coins, the Ten of Coins, and the Queen of Swords in reverse here. Now, this Three of Wands is giving me just like a not really seeing a way out of something. The Ten of Swords could be like a betrayal. Maybe something here, for example, maybe someone, I don't want to say maybe took like an idea possibly here, or maybe there's something with a hold up with like a. That's interesting. This could be maybe like a hold up with like some sort of maybe like a, for example, like an inheritance, or maybe some sort of money that's just being tied up here. And the Queen of Swords is giving a lot of, she's giving me this confusion, this uncertainty of maybe not sure where things are going next, what move to do, where to really kind of go here. And the Three of Cups is this. This could be where maybe for some there, the Three of Cups is a kind of a tricky one sometimes. I'm getting, this could be where some we could be. We could be taking a hurt here and channeling it into some sort of, distractions through other people possibly here. So be mindful of how I feel you're kind of going across energetically, your Cancer. Because this is Mercury in Cancer. Mercury zooming through. They'll be in our sign here soon. And I feel like this maybe hasn't been, this Three of Cups is just giving me like almost like not going about something in a healthy type of way here. This could be like a spiral thing, for example, just a but this is also just giving me too with the Three of Cups here, like a need to maybe talk about something with maybe with some friends, seeking some sort of counsel here, maybe even Cancer, whatever that's looking like. Maybe this is with a therapist, maybe this is the astrologer, maybe this is with a coach, parent, lover, partner, but yeah, it's very interesting, Cancer. And And what I've been getting a lot with this Knight of Wands too, I keep getting a message of just like a following your heart, leading with love, because the Seven of Swords can be like a card of, it's like like an alternative way of doing something, finding another resource here, like really kind of seeing something that's like kind of this crowdsourcing energy. This is the moon in Aquarius, and I feel that's a very kind of, yeah, getting out in a group possibly here to kind of, I don't know, Cancer. But let's get a little advice from the moon here. Kind of wrap this up, Cancer. Oh, I love it. Cancer. Thank you yourself. Very fascinating. There's the other girl here. Oh, and hubby. How fascinating, Cancer. So you have the Three of Coins, the King of Swords, the Empress, Venus, and then the Fool here, Uranus, Cancer. And let's switch back over. You know, because that's interesting too, just with the Three of Coins being here. This is a card of collaboration. Oh, did I say the Temperance card, Cancer? Because you also got the Temperance card here. But this is Sag. And, I feel with the Three of Coins here, there's something about, for some, I feel like this can be where your good fortune really is going to come from people. And not necessarily using people, but working with people. And this could be maybe, if not like on a project or anything, just more so maybe as far as just like being receptive to other people's advice. As far as like when you're not feeling abundant, like listening to when they're like, yes, like you may not be abundant in this, but you're abundant in this. You may not feel, let's say, because I'm thinking about Venus. When we think about beauty with Venus, it's always thought about the looks. But Venus is more than that. I know someone who has their sons in Leo, and they have Venus is conjunct their sun. And they got some good looks, but I mean it's more so like they are such of like just you want to talk about just like big Leo energy, just the life they can light up a room, really have this great magnetism that just brings over this fun, just raises the vibration through the ceiling to the sun. And that's how Venus can operate too, and that can be another form. Like there's a new way of looking at something here with the Fool that's happening, of seeing. You have a balance that's coming with the even with the Temperance, that seeing that we've been maybe too focused. I'm thinking how that's interesting. I'm thinking with Sagittarius how their opposite sign, Gemini, for me, the King of Swords, can be so focused on like maybe the details, and it's like seeing something for a broader picture. We may not be fortunate maybe in one way, but we are though. It's just interesting how this is coming through, and I feel like it's gonna all make sense, Cancer, with this King of Swords. Maybe there's been a bit of a rough patch that's been going on, but I feel this rough patch is going to these situations lead you to different opportunities. They open different types of doors here, get you to where you find balance, because this journey isn't just about just always eating it, Cancer, and just always just there are the beautiful times as well. And it's understanding too. And listen, this is, I don't say this lightly, because I have planets in the 12th house, and it's annoying sometimes, but we're going through an experience, and there is something larger that's happening in this game. Sometimes it's just having that faith, and that's love. Look at this Empress. She's all, look how she's beaming with just hope and faith, and then abundance grows even when she may not understand a situation, why she, this is something that maybe she not necessarily even attracted, but what her soul wanted to attract, what her soul wanted to experience, so that it could grow her into something else, so that she can reach this castle here in the horizon, whatever that castle is for you. I know I'm kind of talking kind of in general in metaphors, but it's, yeah, something about it. And two, Cancer, I just think too, with this divine couples that are here, I feel that if you're just being, that's something too with this Ten of Swords, because again, this can be a card of betrayal. Maybe there's something that happened here between you and like a Queen of Swords, where something didn't quite go along well. We had a clash of thoughts, whatever that is. Even when something goes bad, even if there's an ending with the Ten of Swords, that's, you've learned something from that, and then you go in wiser and with, I feel, more compassion and understanding of you, for you, and boundaries for yourself and with others, with this King of Queen of Cups. When you've learned what these relationships teach you, then you're just attracting more people of that same vibration. So I hope that makes sense, Cancer. But I think I'm going to leave that there. But if you like the Cancer, if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Cancer, if you know someone who's been... Because this is interesting, because it's like, if it's not of feeling fortunate, there's this going for fortune here. And I feel like a lot of that, this, again, could come through people, especially with this being in all this Gemini energy right now. And with Big Papa, look where you have Gemini in your chart. That can really show you where you can expand. Mine's, I have, ironically enough, well, I don't know about ironically, but in the House of Friends, and in the house of like my future and wishes, the 11th house. Well, he's getting ready to move in there. He's still in my 10th house right now. Yeah, he's still in my 10th house. But, that's the area that I'm looking to expand. So look at that and see where you may need to communicate, where you may need to learn more and expand more. And then share this, Empress, Queen of Cups. You hit that bell button. And Queen of Cups, Empress. I was talking about the self-care there, Cancer, especially when it comes to your, if you're not feeling abundant. But last little thing, Cancer, if you want to book a reading with me, check down in the description box below. I have all that information for you down there. We can talk about your lunar return chart, get a month-by-month basis of what's going on. Look over, we're getting ready to get into Cancer season. This could be a great time for understanding what's coming up for you for the year. and see where your main focus is, or and then just really kind of get into the nitty gritty of that. And all the housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, Cancer. So I can get you out of here. Got the Ace of Wands in reverse here, Cancer. And you know, this Ace of Wands here is almost giving me this vibe of maybe we tried something in the past with the Ten of Swords and it didn't work out quite so well, and now that there's this hesitation here. It's like something inside with the Knight of Wands being upright. Because I keep coming back to that. It's with him being upright, it's like there's something maybe internally is wanting, you're feeling maybe something like wanting to go, that's wanting to go on there, but it's just like we're not trusting that. It's just like no, that effed me up last time. So, but it's like, well, what did you learn from that though? There was a reason that mistake happened, so maybe you could try to tweak it this time, or maybe because you needed a partner possibly, or, and you know, I feel too like I feel like there's an energy here that's wanting to find motivation. I read a I read a something from an email from again, I'm a subscribed to this other podcast. She sends these little handwritten things, like just thoughts and stuff. Her moon's in Scorpio, so you'll understand the intensity that's coming through, or that's getting ready to come through. But she had posted this thing with this poet that was talking about when you feel the desire to that you're done with this journey, that you want to die, it's more so that you're looking for a reason to live. And that's why I feel like this good fortune is just like it's looking for that, finding that thing that drives you. That's very interesting, Cancer. So, you know, I hope that's, yeah. But let me get your oracle card here so I can get you out of here. And this could be, if you're not sure what that thing is that's motivating you. Again, there's something here with like partnerships, maybe working with someone here. Oh, hold on, I gotta get another one here, Cancer. Okay. Take yourself. Interesting, Cancer. All right, so we have a first quarter and a last quarter moon here, and those are the times where the moon's at a square with the sun. But the first quarter one is in Libra, which is a keep your heart open. Love that. And the last quarter moon here, and we got Virgo, and we have Libra's guardian, the Empress. But the last quarter moon is attend to the details. And I feel with these details, I feel that it's something interesting. It's like as you're opening your heart as to what you're needing, as to, I feel like then it's like things start coming into, how do I describe this, Cancer? I feel like it's how Cancer, it's cardinal water almost is what this is describing here. It's when you feel something, it's initiating from those emotions, you know, trusting that intuitive nudge that's trying to take you somewhere. Keep your heart open and trust that the universe is presenting this stuff, these experiences that happens because it's because it wants you to be in the abundance that is meant for you. But there's something again about that, tend to the details. It's like tuning into the signs without over analyzing it. You know, that's what I'm kind of getting here, without the Virgo energy letting it to get too much in the mind. And then the Libra energy is just, even if what you're feeling is coming in, it may feel a little, it's like trying to harmonize with that, trying to, okay, yes, this can go a number of ways, but I'm going with faith. You know, we're the Fool energy here. So, And I feel like if something's been maybe nudging you to try something here, Cancer, and it's leading this to this fortune, but I feel there's a trust that's needing to be happen here. And like, it's like maybe we're not trusting it because something happened prior to, and now there's this uncertainty behind it, but I feel, yeah, no, it's like you got to learn something in order to, you got to experience it with the, because I like to think of it's like with the, when we're working through the court cards, the queens, I feel, are the energies of the going through the thing, whether this be something that deals with the mind, Queen of Cups with the emotions, with fire, earth, all that. And then the cups are where after we've gone through the thing, then we've attained the wisdom. But in order to get to that wisdom, we have to do the thing, and trust that something here is like just keep your heart open, and the details are just kind of, it'll fall into place as you go. So, interesting, Cancer. I think I'm gonna leave that there. So, you stay mindful out there, Cancer. Stay present, be grounded, listen to these things. So I feel like something's trying to come through here, maybe for hopefully for all of you, Cancer, and maybe feel like there's some real guidance that's maybe coming through here. So really be receptive during this moon in Cancer, and yeah, meditate with the moon. Keep eyes on the sky there, Cancer. Maybe you can catch her smiling, and I will catch you on the next one Sunday.